Hello my dear children, welcome to my channel Sudhir Sir Chemistry. But in previous video for the general organic chemistry we have seen that how to write the common name of the compound. For writing the common name we have seen that what are the source of the compound, what is the origin of the compound, and based on the source and origin we are able to write common name of the compound. Even yesterday we have discussed beta the types of the alkyl group. Let us say what is called as a N, what is called as a iso, and what are called as a neo. But yesterday which one we have discussed, that is about here types of the alkyl group is a topic yesterday we have discussed. This is called as a types of the alkyl group. In my previous video I have given all examples of types of alkyl group. For example, beta N dash means it is called as a normal. But for this normal, we are using minimum, how many? Minimum 3 to 4 carbon atoms should be there. But if it is having 3 to 4 carbon atom, then we can use the normal. So in types of alkyl group, the first one is the normal, and for writing this normal, minimum 3 carbon atom must be there. For example, but I will write here, this is a CH3, then I will write CH2, and then I will write CH2 and free bond. See beta, all the 3 carbon atom is in the straight chain. I should call as a N dash. N means normal. Total number of carbon 3. So I should write here as a propyl. It is called as a N propyl. But if you put the Cl here, then you can call it as a N propyl chloride. Suppose if you wrote here CH3, then CH2, then CH2, and suppose you are putting OH here. You know OH is called as a what beta? Alcohol. So all the 3 carbon atom in a straight chain, it is called as N. Number of carbon atom 3 called as a propyl, and OH group present on it, it will be called as a alcohol, N propyl alcohol. This is the first type of the alkyl group. This one we discussed in the previous video. But before going to start anything about this video, I want to tell you what we learned in the previous video, and then we'll continue it. Second part, yesterday we have seen types of alkyl group called as a iso. But what is meant by this iso group? So yesterday I have given a small trick for you. Iso means this is the last carbon, that is methyl, and this last but one carbon, it must have a hydrogen and it must have a CH3 group. Right beta? Last but one carbon must have a CH3, last but one carbon must have a H and CH3 group, and then these group will be called as a iso group. Suppose I will say beta, if I put here Cl, what is the name of the compound? Sir, it is called as a iso. How many total number of carbons are there? 1, 2, 3. It is called as a isopropyl chloride. One more example I will give. One more. So this is a CH3, this is a CH, and this is a CH3. Then I should write beta CH2 and again free bond. I told you beta, last but one carbon is having H and CH3 called as a iso. Total number of carbon count here 1, 2, 3 and 4, and put the Cl beta. So 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon, this group is called as a iso. Total number of carbon 4, then we can call it as a iso. 1, 2, 3, 4 called as a butyl, and Cl attached over it called as a chloride. This is called as a beta iso butyl chloride. And third example yesterday we learned, that one is a neo. For neo, beta, for iso ke liye minimum 3 carbon atom must be there, 1, 2 and 3. And now we'll talk about the neo beta. And in the neo, minimum number of 5 carbon atom must be there. The third type of the alkyl group which one we learned yesterday is neo group. Beta, for neo group minimum 5 carbon atom must be there. See, CH3, and this last but one carbon should have a CH3, CH3 and one CH2 and free bond. But this complete group is called as a neo group, and total number of carbon count here 5. So I should call it as a pentyl. So we can say neopentyl. Sir, I want to put Cl here, then it will be called as a neopentyl chloride. But in place of Cl, if I put OH, called as a neopentyl alcohol. Is it clear beta? So this is the yesterday's topic we have seen, types of the alkyl group, right? And we have seen yesterday beta types of the carbon atom. If you didn't understand that part, because this part again I want to explain you. Types of the carbon atom. What is that? So these are the following types of the carbon atoms are there. Types of carbon atoms. But a carbon atom is of following type. The first one will be called as a primary carbon atom. But what is mean by primary carbon atom? You know, carbon atom attaches with a no other carbon. See beta, this is the carbon atom attaches with a no other carbon atom. So this carbon is called as a primary carbon. Now one more definition is there beta. Carbon atom attaches with only one carbon. See beta, carbon atom attaches with only one carbon. So this carbon is called as a 1 degree carbon. Means primary carbon can be denoted as a beta 1 degree carbon. Primary carbon can be denoted as what? 1 degree carbon. What is the definition of 1 degree carbon beta? Carbon atom attaches with no other carbon called as a primary carbon. But a primary carbon containing hydrogens are called as a primary hydrogen atom. Here, carbon atom attached with one carbon, this carbon is also called as a primary carbon, and primary carbon having hydrogens are called as a primary hydrogen. Second type of the carbon atom is beta. This is the first type of one. Second type of the carbon atom is called as a secondary carbon atom. Sir, what is a secondary carbon atom beta? Secondary carbon atom denoted as a 2 degree carbon atom. See here, carbon atom attaches with this carbon atom attaches with 2 carbon. Carbon atom attaches with 2 carbon. So this carbon called as a secondary carbon. But a third type is that. Third type is called as a tertiary carbon. Tertiary carbon atom. See but carbon atom attaches with a 3 carbon. See, this is the carbon atom. It is attached with 1, 2, 3. So this carbon called as a tertiary carbon, called as a 3 degree carbon. And one more type is there beta, the fourth one, and this will be called as a quaternary carbon atom. Beta, what is this quaternary carbon atom? Sir, it is denoted as a 4 degree carbon. Means carbon atom attaches with a 4 carbon. So carbon attaches with a 4 carbon are called as a 4 degree carbon, or it is called as a quaternary carbon. So did you understand beta? How many types of the carbon atoms are there? 4 types. Primary carbon, secondary carbon, tertiary carbon, and one more quaternary carbon. So what is a primary carbon? Carbon atom attaches with no other carbon called as a primary carbon. Carbon atom attaches with one carbon is called as a primary carbon. Carbon atom attaches with a 2 carbon are called as a secondary carbon, and carbon atom attaches with a 3 carbon called as a tertiary carbon, and carbon atom attaches with a 4 carbon called as a quaternary carbon. But I will give one compound for you, and I will ask you among this compound which one is the primary, how many primary, secondary and tertiary carbons are there. See beta, based on this we are able to find out the type of the carbon atoms present in the given compound. One second, I will give example for you. Suppose beta, this is the compound I am going to write here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See beta, to satisfy the carbon valency 4, I will put here 3 hydrogen. 3 plus 1, 4, right? I will put 3 hydrogen here. 3 plus 1, 4. But I will put 3 hydrogen here. 3 plus 1, 4. To make the carbon valency 4, 1 bond, 2, then 3, and then 4. Put up 3 plus 1, 4. Here 1 hydrogen means this carbon will complete its valency 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. But here also it completes its valency 4. Here also it completes its valency 4. But in this organic compound, can you tell me how many number of primary carbons are there? I want to give first example and second example. Please you try it. See beta, this is the carbon attaches with only one carbon. So this carbon bonded with one carbon, so this carbon called as a primary carbon. But this carbon is bonded with two carbon, this side and this side. So this is the carbon bonded with two carbon. So this carbon is a secondary carbon. Primary carbon, secondary carbon. So this is a carbon bonded with 1, 2 and 3 carbon. So this carbon is a tertiary carbon. You know beta, primary carbon denoted as a 1 degree, secondary carbon denoted as a 2 degree and tertiary carbon denoted as a 3 degree. So now I wrote here as a 3 degree. Carbon bonded with only one carbon, so it is a primary carbon. This carbon bonded with two carbon called as a secondary carbon. Carbon bonded with 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon, so this carbon called as a quaternary carbon. This is a primary carbon, this is a primary carbon and this is a primary carbon. See beta, how many number of primary carbons are there? So 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Beta, how many number of secondary carbons are there? This is a secondary one more 2. Sir, 2 are there. Sir, how many number of tertiary carbons are there? So only one tertiary carbon is there. How many number of quaternary carbons are there? Only one quaternary carbon is there. But hydrogen atom attaches to primary carbon called as a primary hydrogen atom. And hydrogen atom attaches to the secondary carbon called as a secondary hydrogen atom. And hydrogen atom attaches to the tertiary carbon called as a tertiary hydrogen atom. Sir, can you tell me how many number of primary hydrogens are there? Beta, this primary carbon is having how many hydrogens? 3. Here this primary carbon will have how many? 3. Total how many? 6 plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12 plus 3, 15. Beta, 5 into 3. Primary hydrogens are 15. Sir, how many secondary hydrogens are there? Secondary carbon atom having 2 here. Secondary carbon atom is having 2 hydrogen here. So I should say secondary hydrogen is 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. But how many number of tertiary hydrogens are there? Sir, tertiary carbon is only 1 and it has only one hydrogen, 1. And do you know what? Primary hydrogens never be there because carbon valency 4. As a carbon is making 4 bond, it doesn't have any free valency to make the bond with a hydrogen. So quaternary carbon never have any quaternary hydrogens, right? So this is the one example I have given for you, beta. Please, this is the example which one I will give for you. You try it and tell me how many number of primary, secondary and tertiary carbons are there. See what I here. This is a CH3, this is a CH3, this is a CH3 and this is a CH3. Chalo beta, I will give a time for you to get the number of primary, secondary and tertiary carbon. Pause the video and get the answer. See beta, this is a primary carbon, this is a primary carbon, right? This one is a primary carbon, this one is a primary carbon. So primary carbon 4, secondary carbon 0, tertiary carbon 0. This is called as a quaternary carbon 1, right? So this is the types of the hydrogen and carbon atom and hydrogen atom we have seen. But now in next way we will see here for writing the IUPAC names. We should know about what we can say. Yesterday's previous video, beta, we discussed about the nomenclature, IUPAC nomenclature where we have discussed initially beta we have to write the prefix, then we have to write the root word and then we have to write the suffix. I told you beta prefixes of 2 types, primary prefix, secondary prefix, then suffixes are of 2 types, primary suffix and secondary suffix, right? And I want to give some examples for you based on this simple common name, whether we are able to answer the questions or not. That one we will try it. Example beta, here for IUPAC nomenclature, yesterday what means in my previous video, what we have seen for IUPAC nomenclature beta, initially we should mention the prefix of the compound. Afterward we have to write the root word of the compound. But after writing the root word, you have to mention the suffix of the compound. Second one beta, prefixes are of 2 types. In my previous video I told you, it is a primary prefix and one more is the beta secondary prefix. And this suffix also 2 types. Did you remember? Sir, the first one will be called as a primary suffix and second one will be called as a secondary suffix. But a primary suffix can be used for the compound if it is a cyclic called as a cyclo. Secondary prefix can be used for the compound if they have the substituents. But what is the substituent? Example, did you saw beta? CH3 called as a methyl, C2H5 called as a ethyl. So these are the substituents, right beta? Substituents. And primary suffix indicate nature of the compound. But it indicate nature of the compound means how the compound will be. If the compound is a saturated, do you know what saturated means? Compound containing single bond. Or if the compound is a unsaturated, means it may contain double bond or it may contain triple bond. But if it is a single bond, you should add the word ANE. Double bond, you should add the word ENE. Triple bond, you should add the word YNE. And but for secondary suffix, it indicate presence of functional group. Sir, it indicate presence of functional group. Right, beta? What kind of the functional group it will have? Based on that, we are able to write the name of the compound. So this is the part yesterday or in my previous video I have discussed. Today, beta, I want to tell you what are the function groups are there and how where to give the secondary suffix for the compound. That one I want to discuss with you. Because all these things, substituent, prefixes and primary prefix, everybody knows better. But the most important one is this one. Secondary suffixes called as a functional group. See beta, I will write here secondary suffix. Beta, the secondary suffix, what will be there? If the compound is containing any functional group, let us say beta, I will write here a functional group. And based on this functional group, I am going to write here on this side as a secondary suffix for this one. Secondary suffix for this one. See beta. For example, functional group is an acid present over here. What is that? Sir, if the compound containing COOH, do you know beta COH called as a carboxylic acid? Secondary suffix for this carboxylic acid I should add as a oic acid. I want to give an example for you. 1 second. Sir, it is a CH3, C double bond OOH. And I will ask you to get the IPC name of the compound. See beta, according to rule, if the functional group itself containing carbon, that carbon should be numbered 1 and other carbon should be numbered 2. Now tell me, compound having how many carbon? 2 carbon. In my previous video, did you saw beta? Compound containing 1 carbon is meth and compound containing 2 carbon is eth. So it is having 2 carbon. I should write the name ETH. But you leave the functional group. After leaving this functional group, how many double bonded compound are there? No. See beta, if you leave this part, COH part, are you having double bond in this one? No double bond. So what I should add beta? ANE. Because I told you, primary suffix may you should see the nature of the compound. So ANE. Now, the secondary suffix as a carboxylic acid, COH. But when COH is there, I should write E of the alkane must be replaced by OIC acid. This is one example I did here. Second bit of functional group, we can have SO3H is a functional group. Secondary suffix for that one we can use here as a sulfonic acid. Please by hand this one. COH called as a oic acid, SO3H called as a sulfonic acid. But one more is that called as a that is a RC double bond O. Then again O. Then C double bond OR. Right, it will be called as an anhydride. If anhydride is there, you should use secondary suffix called as a oic anhydride. Oic anhydride. Third one, beta, ester is there. This is called as a what you know, anhydride. If anhydride is there, you should use secondary suffix as a oic anhydride. COH called as a what you know, beta. This is called as a carboxylic acid. If carboxylic acid is there, secondary suffix should be OIC acid. Beta, SO3 is called as a sulfonic acid. You should use the sulfonic acid. Beta, one more is there, RC double bond OOR. You know, this is called as a ester. And ester is there, secondary suffix should be a O8. For ester beta, secondary suffix should be O8. Right? Now place is not there. I will write on the other side also. Here, I will write this side beta. Carboxylic acid function group is there, means you should write secondary suffix as a oic acid. Sulfonic acid, if it is a functional group, you should write secondary suffix as a sulfonic acid. But if anhydride is the functional group, you should add the oic anhydride as a secondary suffix, and if ester is the functional group, you should write the O8 as a secondary suffix. But not only this, we will add one more, the base functional group, which one we remember, that is a RC double bond ONH2. This is a functional group, and we know this functional group will be called as a what beta? Amide. And for this amide, the secondary suffix we should write here as a only amide. But one more is given, that is a oil halide, RC double bond OCl. It will be called as a acetyl halide or acyl halide, and we can add secondary suffix as a oil. Cl is there, beta, you should write here as a chloride. But a name is a acyl halide. If I write here X, then oil halide is the name will be there. It will be called as a oil halide. And RCO called as a acyl. Remember beta, RCO, RC double bond called as a acyl, and X is there, that should be called as a what halide. So acyl halide can be written as a oil halide. That is a secondary suffix. But other than that, we are having some more. What as a cyanide is there, and cyanide is there. But a cyanide killer can be write here as a RCN, alkyl cyanide. And if alkyl cyanide is there, secondary suffix should be written as a nitrile. Please remember, carboxylic acid means oic acid, SO3H means sulfonic acid, RC double bond O, OC double bond O are anhydride killer, oic anhydride. But for ester, O8, for amide, for acyl halide, oil halide, for RCN, that is called as a alkyl cyanide. But for alkyl cyanide, we should use here as a nitrile, right? And one more is there, called as a OH. Do you know beta OH is called as a what? Alcohol. And alcohol ke liye secondary suffix you should use as a OL. Now one more is there, aldehyde and ketone is there beta. One more, if you have C double bond OH group, do you know C double bond OH group called as a what? Aldehyde. And one more, that is C double bond OC, so it will be called as a ketone. But for aldehyde, what is the secondary suffix you should use? That is a Al. And for ketone, what is the secondary suffix we should use beta? That is OL. See beta, all the functional group which one we required in our organic chemistry I have given for you. See here, number 1 carboxylic acid, number 2 sulfonic acid, number 3 anhydride, beta number 4 ester, number 5 amide, number 6 acyl halide, number 7 alkyl cyanide, number 8 alcohol, beta number 9 aldehyde, and number 10 ketone. Number 10 ketone. But based on these one, if it is a amide, if it is a COOH, your secondary suffix should be OIC acid. But if it is a SO3H, secondary suffix should be sulfonic acid. You have to add. Definitely this one will help us to write the IUPAC name. Anhydride, oic anhydride, ester, O8, amide, acyl halide, oil halide, alkyl cyanide, nitrile, but alcohol, OL. If it is a aldehyde, Al is a secondary suffix, and if it is a ketone, beta ONE is the secondary suffix. We have to use it, right? I want to give few examples, beta. Please try to solve it, the IUPAC naming of this compound. Few examples, just 3-4 examples. Definitely it will help us to understand how to write the IUPAC name of the compound. Anyhow, I am going to discuss all the rules and all, but at present, based on the functional groups, how to write the IUPAC name of the compound, that one I will show you. Example written beta here. They are asking what is the IUPAC name of this compound. So most of the children don't know the bond line formula. right beta? Please, I will give my another video where I will explain you the bond line formula. But see here, this carbon which is ending here beta, this is a CH3. This carbon which is ending here, this is a CH2. And this carbon bonded with a OH, this is there. Beta, OH, you know, OH is called as a functional group. Remember. Second one, functional group attaches to the carbon will be numbered as a 1 and other carbon will be numbered as a 2. Tell me beta, how many number of carbon atoms are there? So you should say sir 2 carbon atom is there. For 2 carbon atom, what we should write beta? Root word. First root word. Write down how many number of carbon atoms are there. What is the RW beta here? RW is called as a root word. So how many number of carbon atom? 2 carbon atom. I should write ETH. Then plus. But is this compound containing any double bond or triple bond? So you should say only single bond. So I should use the single bond ke liye ANE. What is this ANE beta? It is a primary suffix. Is it clear? Is it clear? What we wrote beta? Initially we wrote prefix. Then we wrote here as a root word. Then we wrote here as a suffix. But primary, this prefix is of two types. What is that? Primary prefix. Primary prefix means it can be used only for the compound if it is a cyclic compound, we should use cyclo. So this is not the cyclic compound, so no need to use. Then beta secondary prefix. Secondary prefix can be used for what? Substituent. So we don't have any substituent like a methyl and ethyl group. So leave these two beta. This is over. Now what is left with you? Root word. I wrote root word. Plus suffix. Do you know beta? Suffix is of two types. What is that two types? Primary suffix and secondary suffix. Is it clear beta? The suffix which one I wrote here, this suffix, it is of two types. What is that? Primary suffix, secondary suffix. So root word plus primary suffix plus secondary suffix. But what is the primary suffix is here? Compound containing single bond, so ANE plus secondary suffix, presence of functional group. What is that beta? OH. What you should use? OL. See beta, how to write the IUPAC name of this compound? Sir, IUPAC name of this compound can be written as ETH ANE beta, ANE. This E is replaced by the secondary suffix as a OL. So IUPAC name of this compound is a what? Ethanol. It is the first example I give for you. Chalo beta, we will try one more example that will make us to understand everything clearly now. Sir, it is a CH3, it is a CH2, it is a CH2, and beta I wrote C double bond OH. Beta I want to write IUPAC name. Sir, we are having one small trick to write the IUPAC name. What is that beta? First write down the root word, then write down the PS. What is the PS? Primary suffix. Then you should write down the SS. What is the SS beta? Secondary suffix. What does root word indicate beta? Root word indicate number of carbon atom present in the compound. You can check beta my previous video I gave. Root word, compound containing number of carbon atom. If carbon atom is 1, METH. Carbon atom is 2 beta, ETH and all. Now in this one, this is a functional group. Very good beta. Functional group itself containing carbon will be numbered as a 1. Next to it the carbon as a number 2. Next to it the carbon atom number 3. The functional group containing carbon is a number 1, 2, 3. But in this you can check functional group does not have any carbon. I should not give carbon number 1 here. I should give functional group attaches to the carbon will be number 1 and other is a number 2. So 1, 2, 3 sir. Root word is PROP, pro plus primary suffix. But you leave these functional group. Other than that, are you having double or triple bond in this case? So by leaving this, we don't have double and triple bond. Primary suffix should be ANE plus. What is secondary suffix beta? This is a functional group. Just now we wrote beta. CHO is a functional group called as a aldehyde. And for aldehyde, what is the secondary suffix we are using? AN. Means how to write the IUPAC name of this compound, sir? Can you write beta? See, PROP. Yes, sir. PROP. Beta E means AN. Instead of E, what you should use here? AL. What is the IUPAC name of this compound, sir? It will be called as a propanol. Beta previous one is called as a what? It is called as a ethanol. NOL. Alcohol. It is a propanol. NAL. Beta aldehyde group is there. Is it clear? Once you check it. But I want to give one more third examples, and in this third example, please you try to find out IUPAC name of the compound. So till now these simple examples which one we are doing, where we are able to write the IUPAC name. And what is the trick for IUPAC name, beta? So for writing the IUPAC name, this is the trick we have to follow. What is that RW? So what is this RW stand for? Root word. Plus what is this, beta? PS. What the PS stand for? Primary suffix, which indicate nature of the compound. Either compound containing single bond, double bond, or triple bond. If it contains single bond, ANE. If it contains double bond, ENE. And if it contains triple bond, YNE. And at last, beta, secondary suffix. It indicates presence of functional group. Just now we saw, beta, COOH, carboxylic acid. Secondary suffix should be OIC acid. Then after that we saw, beta, sulfonic acid. Then anhydride, weak anhydride. Then we are seeing the able to see that is called as a amide, beta, RC double bond O NH2 amide. Then we saw oil halide, right? Aldehyde, ketone, alcohol. All these one secondary suffix we have to write. So example number 3, please try to get the answer. So this is a CH3. Then CH2 taken 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And at last I wrote, beta, here COOH. I will ask you get the IUPAC name of this compound. Please, beta, pause the video and get the answer of this one. Try to find the IUPAC name of this compound. Now see, beta, the name of this compound, how to write. For writing the IUPAC name, the same first you have to follow root word. Then you have to see the second primary suffix. Then see the secondary suffix. See, beta, in this example, this is my functional group. And did you saw, beta, functional group containing carbon will be numbered as a 1. If it is numbered 1, then number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and how many? Number 6. Total number of carbon atom is 6 is there. So what I should write, sir? My root word is the HEX plus. Second, beta, primary suffix. By leaving this one, see in other places, are you having any double or triple bond? No, sir, we don't have double and triple bond. So my primary suffix should be A and E. But at last, secondary suffix is the functional group. And what is the functional group? We have acid. So what I should write? Called as a oic acid. So while writing this one, beta, E of the alkane or E of the alkene or E of the alkyne should be replaced with the secondary suffix. So name will come as a HEXANOIC acid, hexanoic acid. Right? But one more example I want to give for you. After this hexanoic acid, can we go with one example called as a ketone, beta? See here. This is CH3, then C, then double bond OCH3. First of all, I want to go with the IUPAC name of this compound. Beta, see, this is my functional group called as a ketone. And now, beta, this functional group containing carbon, if I give this is a 1 and 2, so it is not possible because I should consider the lowest or longest possible chain of carbon. For that one, I should give this carbon as a 1, this carbon as a 2, and this carbon as a 3. So, beta, in this example, my root word is 3 carbon atom, and do you know, for 3 carbon atom, we are writing prop plus primary suffix. Beta, this is a double bond present in the functional group. By leaving this one, are you having any double and triple bond on the other side? No double and triple bond. So I should use as a and E plus secondary suffix. Beta, what is the name of this functional group? This is called as a ketone, and for ketone, secondary suffix should be added as a ONE. See, beta, E of the alkane replaced by ONE. So what is the IUPAC name of this compound? PROPANONE. But one point you have to mention here, my functional group is present on second carbon atom, so it will be called as a 2-propanone is the IUPAC name of this compound. Functional group present on which carbon, beta? Functional group present on second carbon atom, hence it will be called as a, hence we have to mention the position of the functional group that is present on second carbon atom. So I should write 2-propanone, or instead of 2-propanone we can write one more name, PROP prop, फिर AN, beta, ONE present on second carbon atom we can mention as a 2-ONE. Propane 2-ONE is the IUPAC name of the compound. Right? Chalo, one more example I will give for you. in this one only, that is after the acid and all, we'll go one more example called as a amide wala example. Example number 5 beta now. I want to give for the example number 5 and that one for the amide. But example number 5 you can see here, this is a CH3, this is a CH2, RC, RC double bond O NH2, right? So RC then double bond O and then it will come here as a NH2. But it is called as a amide, right? Please try to get the IUPAC name of the compound. But here, this is my functional group because it is my functional group as a amide. Functional group itself containing carbon is a numbered 1. So this carbon has a number 2, this carbon has a number 3. Total number of carbon how many beta? 3. So what I should write first? First I should write root word, then primary suffix and then secondary suffix. See beta, in this example which one we wrote? CH3, CH2, C double bond or NH2. Total number of carbon atom which one we wrote here is how many? 3 carbon, right beta? 3 carbon. So 1, 2, 3 carbon the root word what you are going to write? PRO, P-pro plus. But by leaving this functional group, are you finding any double or triple bond in this carbon? No double and triple bond. So primary suffix should be ANE. But what is the name of the secondary suffix of this one? Sir, we wrote here as a amide. Right? So what is the IUPAC name of this compound beta? E of the alkane replaced by amide. So IUPAC of this compound written as a PROP. Probe for 3 carbon atom probe. Then beta I should write AN. And this one is AMIDE, propanamide is the IUPAC name of this compound. Is it clear beta? Now, after this all, just I want to give it some name of the compound. I will give the name of the compound. Please you try to write down beta. It's try to write down what we can say. It's a structure and based on the structure we'll try to write the IUPAC name. See now. All these things simple 5 examples I have given based on the IUPAC part. So now some examples I will give for you. Sir, write the structures of neopentyl alcohol. See better. They are asking here, write the structure of neopentyl. Sorry, write the structures of the following, but I will give the name and just you should try to write the structure of it. The first one will be called as a neopentyl alcohol. But did you remember for neopentyl, let us say only for neo group how many minimum carbon atom must be there? I told you beta, for neo minimum number of carbon atom must be 5. 5 means I should write here. See beta, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Did you remember? This is a neo group. CH3 last but one carbon having methyl group here and methyl group here. And this here. So this is a neo. How many carbon they said beta? Pentyl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alcohol they said put the OH. This is called as a neopentyl alcohol. Is it clear beta? I am not going to ask you to write the IUPAC name. Just I am asking you by seeing this one, please try to write the structures. But once we are able to write the structures, we are able to write the IUPAC name of the compound. Chalo, one more we will see now. Tertiary pentyl alcohol. It is a neopentyl over. But our second compound will say tertiary, but a tertiary neopentyl. I can say beta, it is a tertiary pentyl alcohol. How to get the structure of tertiary pentyl alcohol beta? Once you check it here. For getting tertiary pentyl alcohol, first of all I should know the tertiary carbon. So this is my tertiary carbon. Did you saw beta tertiary carbon ke liye I told you carbon atom attached with 3 other carbon called as a tertiary carbon, and this tertiary carbon should be bonded with a OH group called as a what? Tertiary alcohol. I repeat beta. Did you saw what is a primary carbon? Carbon atom bonded with no other carbon called as a primary carbon, or carbon atom bonded with one carbon called as a primary carbon. What is a secondary carbon, beta? Carbon atom bonded with two carbon called as a secondary. And what is a tertiary carbon? You know, carbon atom bonded with three other carbon called as a tertiary carbon. Beta, they said tertiary alcohol. So this tertiary carbon is there, no beta? It should be bonded with the OH group called as a tertiary alcohol. But carbon atom, how many are there? 5. Pentyl means already you utilized how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more carbon you can put here. This is called as a tertiary pentyl alcohol. And you know, but a carbon valency should be 4. So I should write 3 plus 1, 4. But here 2 plus 2, 4. Here 4 over. Here 3 plus 1, 4. And here also 3 plus 1, 4. And this is OH group. But this is the structure of what? Tertiary pentyl alcohol. Now, example number 3 you can check it. First one is neopentyl alcohol. Second one is tertiary pentyl alcohol. And third one, I want to give it a isohexyl alcohol. Third one, isohexyl and alcohol. I think everybody know better how to write the iso group. Sir, iso group can be written in the form of how better? It is written in the form of CH3, then CH, then CH3. This group is called as a what? Iso group. Is it clear, beta? CH3, CH, CH3 called as a what? Iso group. Now, how many carbons they are having? Hexyl means 6 carbons are there. 1, 2, 3. Then this is a 4, 5, then 6, and alcohol OH. Is it clear, beta? It is called as a isohexyl alcohol. Sir, if I put Cl here, called as a isohexyl chloride. So, beta, iso, this is the iso group. Check it, CH3, CH, CH3 called as a iso group. Total number of carbons 6 should be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and OH group will come here. Called as a isohexyl alcohol. Check, beta, all the 3 examples which I have given. One is called as a neo, second called as a tertiary, and third one is called as a iso. Is it clear? Then example number 4 you see here. How to write the structure for the one of the compound called as a tertiary butyl alcohol, beta. Very important this is. Sir, tertiary butyl alcohol. But when they ask tertiary means first you make the tertiary carbon atom. Carbon atom bonded with 3 other carbon are called as a tertiary carbon. Sir, this tertiary carbon alcohol carbon must be bonded with a OH group called as a what? Tertiary carbon is there bonded with a OH group called as a tertiary alcohol. How many carbon, beta? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over. This is tertiary butyl alcohol. Satisfy the valency of carbon equal to 4. How, beta? 3 plus 1, 4. Here also, beta, 3 plus 1, 4. Here also 3 plus 1, 4. And this carbon already 4 bonds is there. This is a tertiary butyl alcohol. But a tertiary pentyl means tertiary carbon alcohol and total number of carbon atoms should be 5. So if this is a tertiary carbon means 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Tertiary alcohol, tertiary alcohol, tertiary alcohol, tertiary alcohol. But a iso, this is a iso group, and then hexyl, total number of carbon. But a neo, total number of carbon must be 5, and pentyl, this one is there. So neopentyl alcohol, tertiary pentyl alcohol, isohexyl alcohol, tertiary butyl alcohol. But if we know the types of the alkyl group like a normal, iso, neo, right? Or if you know the types of the carbon, primary, secondary, tertiary, then we are able to write this kind of the name of the compound. But one more example, they are asking us to write isobutanol karke. Fourth one. See, but I am going to write fifth one. So what is a isobutanol? But I will tell you, isobutanol is nothing but called as a isobutyl alcohol. Isobutanol, na beta. So that is called as a butyl and alcohol. So what to do? Just see here. Iso group you draw. So CH3, then CH, then CH3. This group is called as a what, beta? Iso group. Chalo. How many carbon atoms are there? Count. 1, 2, 3. Butyl, beta, 4. 1, 2, 3. And one more carbon you put here. This is there. And put the OH called as a isobutyl alcohol. But instead of isobutyl alcohol, if they are asked us to write secondary butyl alcohol, secondary butyl alcohol. But what to do? First you make a carbon of secondary carbon. So carbon bonded with two carbon called as a secondary carbon. Then hydrogen should be there. See beta, this carbon is a secondary because carbon bonded with two other carbon called as a secondary carbon. Secondary carbon. Now this secondary carbon bonded with OH called as a secondary alcohol. But how many carbons are there? Check now. Butyl means 4 carbon. So 1, 2, 3, and one more carbon you can put here. So this is the secondary butyl alcohol. And now make the valency of carbon equal to 4. How to make beta? I should put here as a CH3, 3 plus 1, 4. I should put here 2, 2 plus 2, 4. I should put here 3 plus 1, 4. And this is the structure of secondary butyl alcohol. See beta, difference is how it is there. Secondary butyl means first you make the secondary carbon and attach the OH group over it. But isobutyl alcohol means first you make the iso group and then count the number of carbon atom 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, then put the OH group. If it is a secondary alcohol, they are asking make the secondary carbon, put the OH group. If they are asking isobutyl alcohol, first you make the iso beta and count the number of carbon atom, add one more and then OH. Suppose they ask us to write the isopentyl alcohol, first you make the iso group. Pentyl means 5 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more CH2 put here and then OH group. Is it clear? For iso ke liye make the iso group, then count the number of carbon atom and then put the function group or the substituent. But in this one, secondary, tertiary, first you make that secondary carbon. If it is alcohol, attach the OH. If it is chloride, attach the Cl. Right? And then you count the number of carbon atoms. See, secondary carbon having OH is a secondary alcohol, pakka over. But butyl means 4 carbon atoms we required. How many carbon we utilize? 3. And for butyl, one more carbon we required, we kept here. Secondary butyl. Tertiary pentyl beta means first I should make the tertiary carbon bonded with the OH group. See beta, tertiary carbon bonded with OH called as a tertiary alcohol over. But they are asking pentyl. For making tertiary carbon, how many carbon we utilize? 1, 2, 3, 4. But pentyl is there means one more carbon you add. Here, tertiary butyl, make a tertiary carbon, attach the OH group. Tertiary alcohol na? Tertiary alcohol over. But butyl means 4 carbon. And you know beta, for making the tertiary carbon, we require only 4 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4 called as a tertiary butyl alcohol. So based on the part, either they are asking secondary carbon, tertiary carbon, make that secondary carbon, attach the OH, secondary alcohol over. If they are asking butyl, count the number of 4 carbon, pentyl, count the number of 5 carbon. So these are the few examples that I have given. Neopentyl alcohol, tertiary pentyl alcohol, isohexyl alcohol, tertiary butyl alcohol, isobutanol called isobutyl alcohol, and secondary butyl alcohol. Right? Take a screenshot of this one, beta. Beta, in today's video, we completed all the type of the alkyl group. Means we have seen iso group, we have seen neo group, we have seen types of the carbon atom called as a secondary carbon, tertiary carbon, and based on the name, how to write the structures. These are all the things we have already utilized here. Anyhow, sometimes they will ask us in this way also, beta, write the IUPAC name of the tertiary pentyl alcohol. Beta, if they are asking to write the IUPAC name of the tertiary pentyl alcohol, means what we should know? So we should know how to draw the structure of it. And after drawing the structures, then according to rules of the IUPAC, however the rules is there, selection of longest chain, right? Then the substituent should come under the lowest possible number of carbon atom. Then based on that, we have to write the root word, primary suffix, then secondary suffix, and the IUPAC name. So the most important means that we should know how to write the type of the alkyl group. If this type of the name they give, like a tertiary butyl alcohol, if they give, we should know how to draw the structures, and after drawing the structures, according to rules of IUPAC, we are able to write IUPAC name of the compound. So beta, till now in this nomenclature part, I completed 2 videos, where in the previous part I have given some basic part, means what is the root word and all, and this part in today's video I have given for you, that is the type of the alkyl group. But in my next video I am going to teach you rules for IUPAC naming of the compound. For writing the IUPAC name of any compound, we have to follow some rules, and based on that rules we have to write the IUPAC name of the compound, right? So that part I am going to explain in my next video. Thank you beta, thank you very much. If you like my video, please like it, share it and subscribe it. And please beta, share maximum number of the children, those who require this video. Right? Thank you beta, thank you very much. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.